Today we're taking a closer look at the Hilton Garden Inn Zurich Limmattal. This hotel is not located in the middle of Zurich city. As you can see, this is actually in the suburbs. Now, is it still worth staying here? Let's find out. Right off the bat, let's talk about how to get there. It takes a train and a tram to get from Zurich main station to the hotel. It's about 20 minutes in total, maybe 25 minutes depending on your connection, but that's something that you have to think about. Are you happy to travel 20 minutes each way? And especially as you come closer to the hotel, you realize that the scenery is changing quite a bit and it feels much more rural compared to the city center. You get off at Kreuzecker, and that's a cool thing because the hotel is just across the street from the tram stop. And as we walk towards it, I'll mention the public transport options are pretty good here as well. There's a decent amount of shopping nearby as well as lots of activities. So you can take a bus to that part of town called Spreitenbach, and otherwise take your tram and then your train and get into the center of Zurich. Walking along the front of the hotel, you can see that there's parking, which is actually quite expensive at approximately 25 francs per night. But at least there is parking, which is not what you can say for many hotels in the city center. The little entrance was quite cute. There were lots of chairs around, and this little bit dusty but cool red carpet kind of effect was also nice for such a simple hotel. The receptionist was very friendly and we got our keys pretty quickly. Then it was time to look around the lobby. It's quite a shop, eh? Wow.
Hey, I know you can come anytime.
I know, and the prices are not even... Look, the drinks are crazy. Look at the price of that. Holy shit.
Even be a little bit better.
It's,
yeah.
That's pretty wild. The chocolates. Yeah, it's not so bad.
Burger.
Burger? No, it's not burger, it's burger. That's sweet, it's not a burger. Now, expensive or not, it's nice to have those options in the hotel, but we had gone shopping earlier on in a supermarket for our little staycation. This is actually a connecting room, which we didn't book, but this is a King Deluxe room, which is a bit bigger than a normal King room. This hotel is definitely not the newest, and some of the corners could do with a little bit of work, but in general it was pretty clean, and I like the wood paneled interior of the showers. Would have been good to have a little lip too to stop the water from running over, but other than that, it's very well lit, and yeah, can't complain. Now let's have a look at the bedroom. There's a big king bed, but what really stands out are the floor-to-ceiling windows. They let in plenty of light, making the room feel even bigger. Behind the bed, you've got a nice headboard with some artwork which adds a welcoming touch. Now the room is not very big, and we're definitely not close to Zurich city, which is something that many people don't realize. You do have to take a tram to get to Zurich, and then a train, so it's not that easy, but it is an affordable Hilton option, and you can't complain about that. You can use your points here to stay, and that can greatly reduce the cost because Zurich is a very expensive place, and any place where you can use your points in Zurich, even if it is a little bit out of the way, is definitely worth it. Because we all know accommodation costs are usually the worst thing when you come to Switzerland. And you do have a little wardrobe, probably enough for a few days. Very comfortable looking chair. Now let's have a look at the view. This area is a residential area, and these buildings are all residential buildings. That means close your curtains at night, otherwise they will see everything that you are doing. But apart from that, I have to say that the view is actually very nice. And especially with such a big window, you get a lot of light in the room, which really makes it look and feel much bigger than it is, which is a great feeling. And of course, you can get some warmth from the sunlight too, a nice place to sit and have some snacks. You also get some instant tea and coffee, which is very basic, but it does get the job done. And the kettle is anyway important if you have an Asian wife like me, because noodles are pretty much guaranteed to be eaten at some point. Now the fridge is also pretty spacious, I would say, especially if you take out the racks. There's also a little safe here, big enough for a laptop. 16-inch MacBook fit inside, and a little bit more storage. And yeah, you've got a little table, a little chair, a little stool. You can enjoy the sunshine while you stuff your face full of all the snacks you bought at the supermarket. We actually had a very good night's sleep, and the next day we were happy to go downstairs and have breakfast. There's a lot of seating options, even outside, and of course inside too. And the buffet itself, although very basic and simple, was tasty and well laid out. They had a selection of fruit, apples, pears and oranges, some cold cuts, fresh vegetables, yogurts, some dairy products too, some selection of oils that I did not try. I'm not even sure if they were supposed to be eaten or just for show, self-service coffee, a waffle machine which they seem to be operating, although I can imagine on busy days that will not be the case and you do it yourself, 3 or 4 different types of bread, some warm dishes including scrambled eggs, tomatoes, rösti croquettes, sausages, bacon, and I thought that's good to have at least 6 warm options. There was the usual condiments, Nutella and so on, pastries, different bread rolls, some sweets like muffins. I was also surprised to see that they offer some a la carte egg options like omelets or fried eggs, but this was not actively advertised. There was no menu. I just saw somebody else getting it and I asked for it too. Now here we can see the bar itself and the restaurant in the evening. This part is open and it is very nice. I saw a lot of people hanging out in here. There are quite a few drinks, so I'm sure you can find something that you like, including some local beers. And it was quite well visited, although we did not have any dinner here or eat anything in the restaurant in the evenings. But if we walk back outside, we can see that there is some nice seating areas around here. And yeah, all in all, I can say that this is a good option if you especially can find some availability with points, 5 nights in a row, or even the cash option for this hotel is really fair. And if you're happy to have a little bit of a quieter evening time and you just want to explore during the day, then this is actually not a bad option at all. I hope you liked that video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. See you next time.